stop this. Good afternoon, Barça fans. How are you doing? It's just over 48 hours until El Clásico. Georgina Leger, level of excitement for this game?
11 out of 10. We just can't wait for El Clásico happening on Sunday. We can't wait for the Clásico, and we can't wait for the show that we've got ahead of us. Amazing live show.
It's action-packed. We are going to have the legend, the number 9 from 20 years ago, Patrick Kluivert. He knows what it is to score in a Clásico, and he's going to tell us all about it. What else have we got, Georgina?
We've got fun, we've got challenges, we've got entertainment, we've got a lot of surprises, and as always, interaction with you guys. Remember, we're streaming on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube, so don't hesitate. Let us know where you're watching us from, what time is it, how will you be following El Clásico? Will you be with friends, with your family? Let us know, and we'll be reading your comments out loud.
Okay, shall we go straight to the information?
Yes.
Straight to the information. The team trained this morning. All the available players for Quique Setién, that is Lionel Messi, Antoine Griezmann, even Gerard Piqué, who picked up a little tweak of the ankle against Napoli. All of them available. A few Varsity players as well. We saw Alex Collado, for example, Riqui Puig in the training session, and there they are warming up. Even Jordi Alba in those images. He won't be able to play in El Clásico on Sunday, but the team is preparing. Georgina, what is the schedule for the next 48 hours?
Tight schedule, a lot of things going to happen in the next 2 days. Tomorrow morning, training session at Ciudad Esportiva. Once more, the last one before the match. And after that, the press conference with Quique Setién. Both will be streamed live, so check up on...
follow us for that.
Follow us
definitely.
everywhere, social networks, YouTube, turn your notifications so that you don't miss that. And then on Sunday, the big day, we're traveling to Madrid, 11 a.m. in the morning, and then take some rest, place, have lunch, and finally arrive at the Bernabeu at 7:30 p.m., 1 hour and a half before kickoff. Come to us at 9 in Madrid.
9 in Madrid. Sarah Salapur, when is El Clásico being played around the globe?
We are 2 sleeps away from El Clásico, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit, some information about the times worldwide of when El Clásico will be played. So in Madrid, it will be 9 p.m. If you are in New York, it will be 3 p.m., which is a perfect time. You will have some lunch with your friends, go out and enjoy the game. If you are in Buenos Aires, Argentina, the match will be played at 5 p.m. And Argentina, also known as the home country of Leo Messi. Now, moving over to the other side of the globe, the Team No Sleep fans. In Mumbai, it will be 1:30 a.m. and in Tokyo, it will be 5 a.m. I mean, you can always sleep another day. You just can't miss El Clásico. And if you are in Sydney, Australia, the game will be at 7 a.m. You have a breakfast date with your TV for El Clásico. Just don't forget to set your alarms the night before. So I want to know where you guys will be watching, what time it will be, and who you will be watching with. So send in all your comments, and I'll be looking at them.
Thank you, Sarah. That's about the timetable. What about the La Liga table?
The La Liga table is so tight right now. After the win against Eibar last Saturday and Real Madrid's defeat against Levante, let's have a look. Barça in first position, 55 points, 17 wins, 4 draws and 4 losses. Real Madrid in second position. They have 15 wins, 8 draws and 2 losses. They have 53 points. Barça in total have been league leaders for 12 weeks. Real Madrid for 8 weeks out of those 25s. Georgina, let's have a look at the recent form for these 2 teams.
Recent forms, very different scenarios for both teams. Let's start with Barça. After that loss in Mestalla, 2-0 against Valencia, we have only won matches. We won against Levante, we won against Betis, we won against Getafe, and we got that big win last Saturday, at Camp Nou against Eibar, with Messi being amazing once more. And very different case that Real Madrid, who started these last 5 games winning. They had that win against Valladolid. They kept winning the Madrid derby at Wanda Metropolitano, another win for them, but then a draw.
Then a draw against Celta Vigo.
Home, Bernabeu will be playing there, and a defeat against Levante that put us back to the top of the La Liga table.
Georgina, we're playing at the Santiago Bernabeu, one of the big stadiums in Europe. Tell me all about it.
Santiago Bernabeu, 80,000 people can fit in there. It's going to be sold out, as it always is for Clásicos, and it's an amazing place to play. The atmosphere is going to be crazy.
You're going to be there?
I'm going to be there, yes, as always. Remember, the warm-up show is kicking off 1 hour before El Clásico, 1 hour before. That makes 8 p.m. in the afternoon, in the evening for us. you will be able to follow the timetable all around the wall. And after that, match center with Robert, that will be 9 p.m.
Let's hope we can celebrate a win like we've done over the last few seasons at the Santiago Bernabeu. Last 10 seasons in La Liga, we've done quite well there, Georgina. Seven wins in those last 10 seasons. Let's have a look at them there on the screen. Last season, of course, that Ivan Rakitic goal that gave us the 3 points. The season before, 3-0 right before Christmas. The 2016-2017 season, that last-minute goal by Lionel Messi. And the season before even, a 4-0 win under Luis Enrique. 2-0 win back in 2010, the goal by Lionel Messi and Pedro. So all in all, we've done quite well at the Santiago Bernabeu. That's the last 10 seasons, but let's have Sarah Salaport tell us how the Clásicos have gone throughout the decades.
El Clásico is the fiercest game on the planet, so I'm going to give you guys a guide through some of the Clásicos throughout the decades. So let's start with the 70s. This was a very special decade for Barcelona, because it was when the legendary icon Johan Cruyff was repping the Blaugrana kit, and it was also, if you guys remember, the 5-0 win at the Bernabeu in the 1973-74 campaign. Now, during the 70s, the balance of the Clásicos was 8 wins for Barcelona, 5 draws, and 6 defeats. Moving over to the 80s, 3 more Clásicos were played than the decade before, and this was also when Gary Lineker scored a hat-trick at the Camp Nou in the 3-2 victory in front of the home fans, and the balance of this decade was 11 wins, 3 draws, and 8 defeats. Heading over to the 90s, this was 20 Clásicos were played during this decade, all special and unique in their own way, with a balance of 10 wins, 5 draws, and 5 defeats. Now, the 2000s, this was when the game just became fiercer than ever. And if you guys remember, this was when Barcelona beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, the 2-6 win. I feel like we should have a watch party of that game just at least once a year, because it was just such a good game, an exhibition. And the balance of this decade was 7 wins, 6 draws, and 7 defeats, my bad. And lastly, the 2010, the last decade, which was by far Barcelona's best decade. I mean, not just in terms of results, but also performances. They just slaughtered Madrid on the pitch with their beautiful tiki-taka system. And the balance of the 2010 decade was 11 wins, 5 draws, and 4 defeats. So on Sunday, it will be the first game of the new decade of 2020, and we'll be hoping it will be the best game yet, so we are crossing our fingers.
Okay, so thank you very much, Sarah. Georgina, El Clásico is a game of contrast, a game of hot and cold.
I'm going with hot things about the match. First one, Leo Messi, obviously the GOAT, who is on a streak. Those 3 goals, that hat-trick we were talking about against Eibar. And did you know that he's the player that has scored the most against Real Madrid? 26 goals in total. Let's hope for some more on Sunday.
Great numbers by Lionel Messi. I'm going with the colds. The 0-0 draw at El Camp Nou. It's probably one of the worst Clásicos we've seen over the last few seasons. Very few chances, not all that much excitement. Let's hope we get a better Clásico this Sunday.
I'm sure we will, plus now the table is so tight. We've got another hot point here. We've been playing so well, Bernardo. You are saying it. The last seasons have been almost perfect results for us with great wins. Last year we won there 0-1 in La Liga, 0-3 in the Copa del Rey. Brings good memories. It's good to be back at Bernabeu.
I'm going with another cold one. It's our injury list. We'll go over it in just a minute, but Quique Setién will not be able to have all of his stars, all of his players, and that is never good news for a Clásico.
Well, and finally, another hot thing about this Clásico is we've got these 4 wins in a row. I think it's very important. That last win against Eibar, outscoring them, was a boost of confidence for the players and for our staff. So definitely going to Bernabeu with 4 wins on the backpack.
Yeah, of course.
We're better.
My last cold one is our away form this season. It's not been great. We've played 12 games away from home. We've lost 4 of them. We've drawn 7. Let's hope that this Sunday is not the case. It's not going to be the case, Georgina. It's not going to be the case. It's all going to be good on Sunday. We had good news last Saturday. We surpassed Real Madrid as top scorers in the history of La Liga. Shall we have a look at the graphics?
Here goes the graphic, because for most part in history we were down from Real Madrid, hitting the bottom in the 90s. But since then the tendency has been up and up and up, especially in the last 10 years. That's definitely the Leo Messi effect. And getting a closer look into the last 4 years, we went from being behind them to just
minus 69 to plus 1
goals to plus 1 happened this last Sunday. That last goal against Eibar that put us on the top.
And I do truly believe what you say. That is the Lionel Messi effect. Anyway, Georgina, shall we move from the screen here to where the game is going to be played? Let's go to the bench at the Santiago Bernabéu. Okay, Georgina, so I've decided to move this to where the decisions are made. The bench of the Bernabéu.
The place to be?
It is the place to be. It's where Quique Setién is going to be sitting on Sunday. He's actually got a pretty good record against Real Madrid. So we just see that on the screen. Quique Setién's record against Zinedine Zidane. He has 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. In fact, at the Bernabéu, in his last 3 visits, Quique Setién has not lost 1 draw and 2 wins. That's pretty impressive, Georgina.
That's a very good record for him. And, well, can we see what he had to say about managing his first Clásico with Barça?
Las connotaciones son especiales, que no solamente son los 3 puntos los que están en juego, hay muchas más cosas, tremendamente emocionante y de una tensión enorme y de perfectamente sabiendo lo que significan, claro.
That's what he had to say about this match, where we've got 4 players that won't be available. You know that Alba and Roberto are injured on the defense, and we've got also some players unavailable. We've got Dembélé and Luis Suarez with their long-time injury, who won't be able to play on Sunday. Still.
Yeah, exactly. So that those players won't be a factor in Quique Setién's decision as to what lineup he's going to put up against Real Madrid. We've both made our predictions, haven't we, Georgina? I mean, there are a few options. Let's have a look and see if.
Do you want to start?
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with my prediction. I've got Ter Stegen in goal, Semedo, Piqué, Umtiti, and Junior in defense. I've got Sergio, Rakitic, Arturo Vidal, and De Jong in midfield.
Okay.
I've got Messi and Griezmann up front. So a pretty similar lineup to the one we had against Napoli.
That's what I was going to say, and it's a bit different to mine. I've got the same defense as you. I'm going with Junior, Umtiti, Piqué, and Semedo on defense. But then in the midfield, I'm going to take some risks. I'm going to say Busquets, Frenkie de Jong, and Arthur.
Ooh, interesting.
That's my personal favorite, so I gotta go with this one. We've got 4-3-3, and then Ansu, Messi, Griezmann.
Oh,
on the attacking line, debuting at the Bernabeu. I think he's going to be extra motivated, and that's my lineup. And I think.
Okay, well, we want to know what the fans think. Obviously, ones. Who do you think who do you think is right? Is it me? Is it Georgina?
On the live chat, 1 for Robert's lineup and 2 for Georgina.
Yeah,
for my prediction. Go 1 or 2.
And Georgina, we've got several duels in this Clásico that are going to be important. One of them is the top scorers of each team.
Messi against Benzema. Some stats about them. Messi has played a few less games than Benzema had, that injury at the beginning of the season. So Benzema has played 24, while Messi has only played 20. However, Messi has scored 18 goals instead of 13 that Benzema has scored so far, and 12 assists for Leo Messi too. If we talk about shots and shots on target, Messi wins that duel too. 96 shots and 51 on target for 91 and 41 on target for Benzema. And then the passing accuracy, well, Messi has tried to accomplish more passes, more than 1,000 passes, but the accuracy for Benzema is a bit higher. However,
in terms of Clásico goals,
that's full win for Leo Messi, 26 for 9 goals for Benzema.
Another one of the classic duels over the last few years in these Clásicos is Piqué against Sergio Ramos. So 2 centre-back defenders, they know themselves well from the Spanish national team as well. This season, Piqué has played 23 games, and so has Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos has scored more goals than Piqué in La Liga this season. He's scored 5. Piqué has just scored 1. Piqué has a slightly higher passing accuracy. He's generated more clearances, 95 versus 71. He's won more tackles, more percentage than tackles than Sergio Ramos. 68.2% and 62.9% for Ramos. Piqué has more yellow cards, which is kind of weird. Than Ramos. 10 versus 7. No straight red cards for each of them. And in terms of Clásico goals, Ramos has 4, Piqué has 2, but Piqué has an iconic one at the Bernabeu, so yeah, that's all good.
I think he wins that duel. Ter Stegen versus Courtois.
Yeah, that's an interesting one as well. 2 of the best goalkeepers in the world, but ours is best. But
well, we all agree. I think that Ter Stegen is best. He has also played 2 more games at Courtois this year for Barça, but still Courtois has got more clean sheets than our goalkeeper, 7-11. That doesn't mean that Ter Stegen hasn't saved more chances than Courtois. It's 53 for Ter Stegen, for 42 for Courtois, and the passing accuracy. And
the passing accuracy is quite interesting here, Georgina.
You can see that Ter Stegen has tried to accomplish more passes, and that his accuracy is also higher, so he's got more.
He's basically a midfielder.
Yeah, I think you could say that. And sometimes when our defending line is so high up front, yeah, he's basically playing in the midfield. And direct duels, well, Ter Stegen wins here too with 12 for 7, and that's a 91% of duels won. Clásicos won 5-0. I like that result.
Courtois has not won a Clásico. Ter Stegen
won.
had something to say before the Clásico, didn't he, Georgina?
Here we go.
Let's listen to him.
Nosotros queremos jugar bien el fútbol, queremos jugar con la filosofía que siempre vamos a cualquier sitio y esperamos que al final podemos ganar en un campo muy difícil.
That's what our goalkeeper had to say before El Clásico. Obviously, the team wants to play with its philosophy. And finally, we want to look at the stats of Real Madrid versus Barça in La Liga this season. So let's have a look at those. Barça have more wins, 17 versus 15. Real Madrid have drawn more games, 8 versus 4. Barça have 4 losses, Real Madrid have 2. We have scored a whole load more goals than Real Madrid, 62 versus 46, but we've conceded more as well, 29 versus 17. Real Madrid create a few more shots per game, 13 versus 10, but ours are on target more times, 64% for 48. Passes per game, we win 692 to 566. Our passing accuracy is 2 percentage points higher. We have 6 more yellow cards, which I think is curious, and 1 more red card than Real Madrid. But anyway, those are the stats. And Bruno right now is going to talk about the man of the week, Antoine Griezmann.
Yes, guys, and one of the protagonists of this week, no doubt, has been Antoine Griezmann after he scored a vital goal, a really important goal in Napoli. It was the opening goal, and he has scored 9 out of 14 times, the first goal of a game. So, key man so far this season, Antoine Griezmann. And, of course, it's going to be a really special game for him in the Santiago Bernabeu this weekend. Let's see some stats of Antoine, the Frenchman, so far in this season. He has played 35 games for Barcelona. He has scored 14 goals. 9 of these ones were opening goals, so really important, the Frenchman giving points and scoring lots of goals for Barcelona. Also, he has given 4 assists. He has shot 45 times in La Liga with 47% of accuracy on target. And one of the stats that we like a lot is that he has scored 8 goals against Real Madrid, so he knows what it means to play in the Bernabeu, what it means to score against Real Madrid. So hopefully this weekend Antoine will score a couple or a goal at least in the Santiago Bernabeu. Guys, back to you on the studio, because I think you have a really special guest in the studio.
Yes, Bruno, we do have a very special guest in here with us. We were talking about the Antoine Griezmann goals against Real Madrid. Someone who knows what it is to score against Real Madrid is Patrick Kluivert. Patrick, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Great memories, of course, in El Clásico for you. Georgina, you want to ask him a few questions before, and then we'll go full on into his playing days against Real Madrid.
No, obviously, I mean, the big question, what are your thoughts on this Clásico? How are you seeing the team, and what are your expectations?
Well, both teams come from very difficult games in the Champions League. Barcelona played away against Napoli, and Real Madrid played at home against Manchester City. So it's difficult, but Barcelona's one more day to recover from those games. But yeah, the Clásico is always a very important game for both teams, and the tension in those games is amazing, and it's great to watch as well.
And especially this one that's going to be a fight for the top position. The one who wins stays on the top of the La Liga table. I don't know, what do you think is the impact that this is going to have on the actual game?
No, this impact will be amazing. Everybody knows what it means to play a Clásico, the players of Real Madrid, but also our players, of course. So we are going to go for the win, of course, and you know, a draw would be good as well, but they're going for the win, so we go for the win.
Yes.
Patrick, do you miss it? Do you miss it? When this week is happening, like, with all the build-up that there always is in a Clásico, do you miss it being in there?
Well, the build-up is always nice because all the media is paying a lot of attention towards these games, and If I miss it, well, sometimes I miss it, but most of all, when you stop playing, the first month or 2 months after when you stop playing, then you miss it the most. But it's always very, very nice to look back at what you did for Barcelona against Real Madrid in the Clásico matches.
What are your memories from El Clásico? Because it was always special, and I wanted to ask you. Your build-up weeks were a bit different because your training field used to be right next to the Camp Nou, and the fans used to be able to come and see you. That doesn't happen anymore. Yeah. So you could feel the warmth of the fans those weeks, couldn't you? Yeah,
it was totally different. As you said, we trained next to the stadium, and fans could come, so you can feel the tension already towards the game. Now it's more and more closed, what I can understand as well, of course, because the football is improving, and also the facilities improved. What I felt, it was always pleasure, because I love playing with high tension. And if you play the games like the Barcelona-Madrid or Madrid-Barcelona, yeah, I played a lot of big games in other countries, but I think the Clásico is a Clásico. There's nowhere would you have the same tension as those games.
And it was almost literally the first thing you did as a Barca player playing El Clásico, but because if you remember, back in 1998, your first game was at Camp Nou, a 1-0 win against Extremadura, but then the following week you went right to the Santiago Bernabéu, and do you remember what happened in that game?
Well, I think I scored in that game.
Yes, you did. You did. Let's have a look at that goal in 1998. A bit of fortune, maybe, because there was a loose ball inside the box.
Doesn't matter. Fortune or the way you throw it in or you kick it in.
There it is. There it is. Take us through it, Patrick.
Well, it's a good free kick of Rivaldo, of course, and yeah, as a striker, you need to be there when the goalkeeper saves it, but it stays in the game. And I was the only one who was. You
were there.
Right place, right moment.
Yeah, one of the abilities that they say strikers have to have is knowing where to be and when to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and this is the great example, I think. And if you can score a goal, it doesn't matter how in Camp Nou. Yeah, the feeling is unbelievable.
For those of us who will never have the opportunity to do so, what does it feel like to score at the Santiago Bernabéu?
What does it feel like?
In opposing territory.
I wanted to use a word, but I won't use it. But yeah, the feeling as a player to score in Bernabéu is unbelievable. You can't describe it, and it's a pity that you can't feel.
You can't experience it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone should. Every Barca fan should have the ability to be able to experience that. Patrick, you scored your first goal as a Barca player at the Bernabéu, and curiously enough, you scored your last goal as a Barca player at the Santiago Bernabéu. Can we see that goal, guys?
Yeah, I think it was.
It was a great game.
It was a good game. I think we won 2-1.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, this is the 1-1, the draw, and I think next one is from Xavi.
Xavi, yes, the Ronaldinho loop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was a very good pass, and then Van Bronckhorst gave me the ball, and yeah, it's not so easy to get the ball in, but again, you need to be there, and happy to score the 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, I've never read your resume, but I'm sure it says Patrick Kluivert, first goal as Barca player at the Bernabéu, last goal as a Barca player at the Bernabéu. That's the way to do it, Patrick.
That's quite a nice finish, eh?
Yeah, I know. It's all well-rounded. Georgina, we've prepared a little game for Patrick.
We've got a game for you related to that day when you scored against Real Madrid, your first goal as a Barca player back in 1998. So here's your challenge. You've got 90 seconds to try and remember who your teammates were that day.
The starting 11.
The starting 11 in that game.
I'll give you some clues.
He's going to help
I'll give you some clues if you don't remember. But let's have the graphic on the screen first, and then when the timer starts, you go, Patrick. So that was the formation, more or less, because Van Gaal had a bit of a strange formation in that season. So shall we get the countdown, and let's see how many Patrick can get in 90 seconds.
In the goal, Hesp. Right defender was Michael Reiziger.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Yes, we need. They're asking me for a little bit of time to have the countdown. So can we have it on screen so that you were doing quite well. There you go. You go.
Okay. In the goal, Ruud Hesp. Right defender, Michael Reiziger.
Michael Reiziger was in centre defence, but yes.
The right back
was someone else.
Fullback. He was fullback, Michael.
No, because he played 3 and kind of 2 wing backs.
Oh, now you're fooling me. Left winger was Rivaldo, right winger was Figo.
Rivaldo and Figo, we've got them in the
Luis
lineup.
Enrique, Guardiola.
Luis Enrique. No, Guardiola was not in the lineup that day.
Philippe Cocu.
Philippe Cocu was in
Frank
the lineup
de Boer.
that day, yes.
Frank de Boer.
No, Frank de Boer wasn't.
Sergi Barjuan.
Sergi Barjuan was in the lineup that day.
Me as a striker, I think.
You as a striker, of course. You've got 44 seconds. You're doing quite well here, Patrick.
Oh my God.
So 1 per line. Argentinian defender.
Oh my God.
Brazilian midfielder and Dutch winger, left winger.
Giovanni?
Giovanni was in the lineup, yes.
Oh my God.
One of your compatriots as left winger.
Overmars?
No, not Overmars. He wasn't at Barça yet. Former PSV player.
Wie?
Bolo?
Zenden?
Bolo Zenden was in the lineup that day.
On the Abelardo?
No, not Abelardo. Okay, well, you've done fairly well, Patrick.
God.
You've done fairly well, Patrick.
Oh my God.
Shall we uncover it? Shall we uncover it? In that 98-99 season, it wasn't Abelardo, it was Pellegrino. It was Pellegrino. It was, you got 10 out of 11.
Not bad, isn't it?
No, that's good. 21 years have been since that day.
Oh, the years, yeah, because I played in a lot of different formations.
Obviously.
With a lot
Exactly.
of different
It's
players.
extremely hard.
You were saying Michael Reisiger at the back.
Yes.
And it is true,
Normally.
but Van Gaal did experiment with Luis Enrique as right back in that season. We looked at the formation in the newspaper the following day, and that's what they gave. That's what they gave. So
maybe the newspaper was wrong, eh?
maybe the newspaper was wrong. Maybe the newspaper was wrong. Anyway, Georgina, we've got another little activity for Patrick regarding social media. Social media didn't exist when Patrick played.
Social media didn't exist, but if it did, I think this could have been the post that you would have posted on Instagram regarding great result in El Clásico. Delighted to get a goal.
And that would have been obviously the video of your goal
Of
at
your
the
first goal.
Santiago Bernabeu.
And
Yes.
And we have another one, I believe. Yeah, that's your first goal.
That's your first goal, yes.
Hashtag New Blaugrana, hashtag Forza Barça. Great to score against Real Madrid.
Against Real Madrid. And tagging Real Madrid. Like, hey, Real Madrid, let's score the goal again.
I think this will be the post that if I had social media that day for sure.
Would you have liked to have social media as a player?
Why not? Yeah,
To be able to share your moments.
Yeah, exactly, and I think it's a big platform to share your moments, your interests. And I think that people also like to see what are the interests of the people who are on social media.
I've got to say that we're streaming on social media now, and we've got a lot of comments about you, like big legend. People are really happy to see you back. So remember, this is your home, and you're always welcome here.
Well, nice to hear.
We have a very special message for Patrick.
We do.
We have a special message that has been recorded today at the airport. Let's have a look at that message, and then we'll talk about it.
Hola Patrick, ¿cómo estás? Bueno, quería mandarte un fuerte abrazo. Sabés que te aprecio un montón. Tuvimos ahí mucho tiempo juntos compartiendo vestuarios y una linda amistad. Así que bueno, quería hacerte recordar el 2004 cuando ganamos en el Bernabéu 1-2. Seguramente te acordarás bien. Así que bueno, un abrazo muy grande, espero que disfrutes del programa.
Big friend.
Big friend.
Saviola. Javier.
Yeah, you coincided with him for 3 seasons, I believe?
Yeah, for 3 seasons, and I think that we scored quite a lot of goals for Barcelona together. And it was great to play alongside with Javier.
And Javier is traveling to Colombia with the Barca legends, who you've played it with as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's great to get back in it.
Yeah. Sometimes I play matches with the players that I played in my days in Barcelona. And
we've even seen Madrid Barca legends, haven't we?
No. But I will play.
That was years ago.
That was years ago. But I will play in a game with Liverpool legends.
Yes.
The charity game. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to go there and do some great things for the other people.
Okay, Patrick, it's been lovely to have you here to talk about your Clásico days. I'm going to ask you to give me a score prediction. I imagine it's going to be positive for Barca. So what do you think the score is going to be on Sunday?
1-2.
1-2, like in your last game at El Bernabeu.
Exactly.
I'm hoping that will be the case. Thank you very much for being with us, Patrick. Sarah and Mai are going to come. Oh, Sarah's going to come in. Okay, so Sarah, thank you very much. You can
just
come join us. Sit next to Patrick for one moment. Is there anything that you would like to ask Patrick before he leaves?
What does it feel like when you're in the tunnel and you're going out to walk out onto the pitch in a Clásico, the biggest game of the world? What feelings do you have?
You're concentrated. You're not looking really at your opponent, but you're just concentrated towards the match. And you know, everybody's got their own preparations for the game. But yeah, the feeling is just so nice when you come out of the pitch and you see the whole stadium full. If it's the Barcelona or Camp Nou or Santiago Bernabéu. But the feeling is indescribable.
Did you have any special rituals before the games?
No, not really. You just concentrate, listen to the music that you get motivated, and yeah, you can't wait to start the game actually.
Of course, it's amazing.
Okay, Sarah, we are going to go to our challenges segment. We're going to get Mai in here in a minute, and we're going to say goodbye to Patrick Kluivert, and thank you very much for joining us here for this Clásico preview,
Thank you
Patrick.
very much.
Thank you. Sarah, I'm going to go and join you on that couch over there. So scooch over. Sarah, we've been receiving quite a few comments already.
Yes.
You've been sending them over to Georgina, so whichever one of you, take over.
I want to start commenting the fact that when we did our lineup predictions, the live chat went crazy. Like I was team 2, you were team 1, and team 2 is winning
by far.
By far. Like my lineup prediction.
So yours had
4-3-3.
Artur, Ansu Fati.
With that midfield, Busi, Frankie, and Artur plus Ansu, Griezmann, and Messi as forwards is the lineup that people are going with. We'll see what happens. This is only a prediction, obviously. But for now,
but that's what the fans prefer, yes?
That's what the fans prefer. Not only that, they are also commenting the fact that some of them think that Lenglet will play.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes we both went with Umtiti to defend our team against Real Madrid. But for example, Raghav Dev was saying that Lenglet will play. So we have to wait.
Okay.
48 hours left.
Any more comments from the people?
A lot of them. I can't really follow them because there's like much of them. But Sarah has sent me some. There are predictions. Messi is going to score a poker like he did against and I imagine Griezmann, Messi. Braithwaite is Braithwaite going to play? People commenting on what are their favorite Clásicos. We're going to get to that in a minute.
We'll go to the fans in a minute. We can get Mai into the studio. Mai, how are we doing?
How are you doing, Robert? I'm fine. And you?
Okay, I'm fine. I want to ask, before we get started with the challenges, Sarah, my levels of excitement out of 10 for this Clásico.
Don't ask me that. It's impossible to say 10. I mean, 20?
20 out of 10?
There's no number.
For sure. For me, it's my favorite game of the year, of the season, of my life. I would say
that. It's a game that you just count down to watch.
But for everyone.
There's not really a number, just out the roof. I'm excited. I just cannot wait for the ball to get rolling.
Exactly.
Okay, so Georgina and I have prepared little games. We're going to do Team Robert against Team Georgina. We're going to have a counter.
You're going with Sarah?
Well, I'll go with Sarah, you go with Mai, just because we're sat that way.
Get ready.
So we're going to have an actual score, and I'm thinking, to give you a little bit of an advantage, we can put you 1-0 up already because the fans prefer your lineup prediction. So shall we give 1 point to Georgina, please? Let's put 1 point on the score for Georgina, give her the advantage. And in this second game, let's consider the predictions a game. Second game, we have decided to vote for each team to go for the best Clásico lineup of the last 15 years. We've got a pool of 30 players. Can we have that pool on the screen? And each team is going to pick a goalkeeper, 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 forwards. And we'll see who comes up with the best Clásico lineup ever. Okay, Georgina.
This is all-star style, right?
It's all-star style. All-star style. Yes. There we are. There we are on screen. The lineups are going to appear on the side of us. Georgina, would you like to go first?
Yes. I mean, we have to agree that they're second. No?
But we'll start with the goalkeepers.
We're starting with goalkeepers.
Yes,
we're starting with goalkeepers. The pool is right there, just in case you need a bit of a reference. So, guys,
Ter Stegen is
You're
our
going with Ter
first
Stegen
pick.
for your lineup?
Yes, definitely. Yes. What
So
are
we've got as options Claudio Bravo, Victor Valdés.
Victor Valdés.
I'm going to say
Okay.
Victor Valdés because of the Clásico that Patrick was in, that 1-2 win, the last one Patrick Kluivert played, Victor Valdés was immense in that game. So we're going with Victor Valdés. Georgina is going with Ter Stegen. Defenders, right back.
Defenders, we're starting with Puyol.
You're starting with Puyol. Okay, okay.
We want to secure Puyol in our team.
Oh, you want to secure Puyol?
Well, we can
Indeed.
secure.
Shall we secure? Shall we secure?
Piqué?
Piqué. Let's
We're
secure
securing
Piqué. Okay. So we've got so
Okay.
far Valdés. Do you want to write these down, Sarah? We got a pen, just so we
we
know
need
what
them
we've got.
all.
I'll write it
You got
down.
it?
We've got Valdés and
And Piqué.
Piqué. So you go for another defender, Georgina, please.
Yes, we're thinking about it.
Okay, wait. It's not easy here.
They're also good. It's hard
it's
to-
difficult to choose
Well,
one.
make a quick decision.
Alba.
Okay, yes.
We're starting with left back, Jordi Alba.
Left back, Jordi Alba.
Okay, left
Shall we go? Look,
don't
super
know.
goal in El Clásico, Copa del Rey. Dani Alves.
Is there?
No.
Dani Alves there? There's not. That's why I looked at.
Oh, he's not there.
I looked to find Dani Alves
Oh,
first.
sorry,
He's my
sorry.
favorite,
Obviously, if he's out
but
his
not.
mind.
All right, well,
the right back.
I'm going to go with the same argument. Super goal in El Clásico, Avidal.
Avidal, okay.
Avidal.
Let's do
Avidal.
Avidal.
So
No.
we've got the other right back.
All right.
You've got two defenders.
We've got another defender to pick.
I prefer this one.
Okay, we're going with Lenglet.
Okay.
You're going with
Lenglet.
Langlais.
Lenglet for you.
Langlais.
Lenglet.
Clément Lenglet.
Clément
Langlais.
Langlais. We'll go with Mascherano then.
Yeah.
Okay. We're
No,
going well.
it's
We're
going
going well.
We're going to say that she has like.
Okay, so I thought we had
Lenglet or
Dani
something.
Alves in this pool. So you're going to have Puyol as right back and go for another centre back. So you've got Umtiti,
No,
you've got
we have Puyol, Lenglet,
Puyol, Lenglet, Alba.
Jordi Alba's left. Yeah, and we
you're
need
going to
right.
have Puyol on the right because the only other option
It's a
on the right is
4-3-3.
Sergio Roberto. Otherwise, we won't have a right back.
Yeah, but
It's your
a 4-3-3.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay, are you going to pick Sergio
Different
Roberto then?
information. Yes.
Playing
Why
your
not?
players out of position, but okay.
Who are you going to have? Roberto.
Sergio
Sergio
Roberto.
Oh, Sergio Roberto.
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Who are we going to have as right back? We're going to have to put Mascherano in right back. And we're going to... Shall we take Rafa Marquez?
I was going to say that
Rafa
right now,
Marquez.
actually.
Rafa Marquez.
All right.
Okay. So those are our four defenders. We've got Piqué, Avidal, Mascherano, Marquez. You guys have got...
Jordi Alba, Puyol, Lenglet, and Sergio Roberto.
Exactly.
Okay, let's go to midfield.
Let's go to midfield.
Yes.
Okay, let's think.
Wait, can we start midfield? Because I want to secure someone. ASAP.
No, I think we are okay with
Don't
this
say
one.
the
right?
name.
We're
This
going
one
with
and this
Xavi.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
They're
Okay.
going with Xavi. You
Okay.
wanted to secure
Only
Sergio
to make you
Busquets,
cry.
No,
Yes,
we'll
that
see.
too, but
We'll see
also-
for sure.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll
good.
So
Yeah.
Sarah wanted to secure Sergio
love
Busquets. So
Busquets.
you've got Xavi,
to
we've got Sergio.
No, obviously. And then we think, and we're going to go with Iniesta.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
We're thinking Iniesta.
Deco.
Deco, yeah.
Deco.
Deco.
Deco. Sergio, Deco,
Because it's they pick. And we're going with Yaya Touré.
Yaya
Okay.
Touré.
And we'll go with Fabregas? What do you think?
We can go with Cesc Fabregas, we can go with Rakitic, or we can go with Arturo Vidal. You pick.
Says Fabregas.
Cesc Fabregas. Okay. Well spread out. Sergio Deco and Cesc Fabregas. And let's go with the forward line.
All right.
It starts with an M and
No,
it ends in a T, then with an I.
This isn't fair. They went
fair.
first. They went first.
Okay,
Okay.
Messi next.
Okay. They went for Messi.
Okay.
We have the best one.
We're going to go.
But
We're
okay,
going to go with the guy who
there's
got
no
applauded.
point.
at the Bernabeu.
Ronaldinho, yeah, of course.
There's no
Okay.
need to continue doing this.
We're going to go with the guy who
Yeah,
got
you guys
applauded at the
already won.
We are the
Bernabeu.
best. No, obviously, Aura the best. Then? Yes,
Yes, do you
100%.
agree?
Yes, yes.
With Villa.
You've got
Okay.
Villa. We've
Villa.
got Ronaldinho. Let's go with Samuel Eto'o.
Okay. That's
Samuel Eto'o.
And
then?
this one. Because together.
Yeah. Georgina, I don't have to do anything here.
No, but do you want to say another one?
No, no, no.
Do you agree? Okay,
Favorite.
and our last man on this 11 is going to be Luis Suarez.
We were
Our
gonna pick,
killer.
We were going to get
Killer.
pick Suarez. Okay, let's go with Pedro then, because that was
Pedro.
your other
Yeah.
option. Pedro, Eto'o,
Pedrito.
Ronaldinho. So you go over your lineup, I'll go over my lineup, and then the fans can vote which one is better.
Okay, so we've got Ter Stegen on the goal. We've got Jordi Alba, Puyol, Lenglet, and Sergio Roberto on defense. On the midfield, we've got Yaya Touré, Xavi, and Iniesta. And our forwards are Messi, Suarez, and David Villa.
Wow.
This is Suarez, David Villa. We have.
I mean,
Is it possible
we have a
to
bit
do
of a
it better?
weird defense.
Yeah,
We have a
even a
bit of a weird
coach.
defense because you took away our right
But we
back,
were nice.
and by the way, my mistake, because I made this pool of players and I forgot about Dani Alves.
How can you forget him?
I thought he was in there. I thought he was in there.
How
can you forget it?
Our lineup has Valdés. There we go. We've got it. Team Robert.
Okay.
Victor Valdés. We have Piqué, Avidal, Mascherano, Marquez. We've got Sergio, Deco, and Cesc Fabregas. We've got Ronaldinho, Eto'o, and Pedro. And that is your lineup the other way around. Georgina, Ter Stegen, Puyol, Jordi Alba, Langley, Sergi Roberto, Xavi, Iniesta, Yaya Touré, Messi, Villa, Luis Suarez. Which one
Let's
do the
do
fans...
this again. Remember, I am team 2,
We
Robert
are
is
team
team
one.
1. Live chat. Now, 1 for Robert, 2 for my team. With my...
and while the
I
fans are
can't
voting...
wait.
While the
Yeah,
fans are
come
voting,
on.
you guys defend
Go, go,
why your lineup is better than ours.
Because we've got Messi.
I mean, yeah.
Easy peasy.
There's not really an explanation for that.
And because we've got Xavi, we've got Iniesta. I mean,
think-
no, let's take it line by line. Victor Valdés was an amazing goalkeeper
Yes,
for Barça.
and for so many seasons. But right now, for me, Ter Stegen Airlines is Ter Stegen Airlines.
Yeah.
So it's my man. Yeah, airplane, for sure. Then?
Then we've got Puyol. I mean, you took away Piqué, which I think
It's a
Well,
big
you
one.
took away
would have
Puyol.
been the other centre back that I would have picked. But we've got Puyol, and Puyol alone is better than most all defense lines in the world,
Yeah.
in the teams
the
in
best
history.
one.
So all this heart, all that power, all that strength, and all that love that he had for our team compensates your lineup.
We'll defend
all
our
that
lineup. We'll
together.
defend our lineup. We'd still go out and give it a shot at the Bernabeu. Georgina, while you're looking at the comments,
Yeah.
let's defend our lineup.
Okay.
We have a
2-1-1,
guy that got
2-2,
applauded
2-2,
at the
2-1.
Bernabeu.
Ronaldinho. I mean, he invented all those tricks. That's all coming from him.
We have a guy who was fire against Real Madrid, who was Samuel Eto'o.
Of course. I mean,
He played for Real
No, he just loves scoring. Like his thing is score against Madrid. That's his
Buenza.
like signature thing.
We have a guy who knows what it is to score at the Bernabeu in Pedro as well.
Pedrito. You just loved his runs on the flank. So good.
Gerard Piqué as well.
You don't
And
have
we
to-
have Victor Valdés because
So good with his feet.
he's in the battle with Ter Stegen for best goalkeeper in the history of Barca. I think that Valdés has the advantage of years played.
Yeah.
Ter Stegen still hasn't played
Yeah,
for
yeah,
as
yeah.
many
We're
years,
winning,
so
we're winning.
Valdés has
Very
a career.
consistent.
Thank you, live chat, for supporting us so much.
They said two?
Yeah, mostly. I'm sorry.
What? You guys have Messi. Come on.
Two. Scorpion, two. It's all 2. I swear.
Okay, all right, let's give the
One.
point. Let's give the
One.
point.
You've got 1.
Oh,
We got
yes.
one. We've got
From
one.
who?
David, Adilla, they're going
Thank
with
you,
1, but the
David.
rest.
Okay,
Thank
let's
you,
give the
appreciate
point.
you.
Let's give the point to Georgina. Team Georgina, you are 2-0 up. Sarah and Maya are going to leave us for a minute and they'll come back for the following challenges. But right now, Aviv is going to join us and you've got it, Georgina.
Yeah.
This or that.
We've got another challenge, a very interesting one that you will guys be able to play at home too, right when we're done here at the Match Center. So Aviv, please come in here.
Aviv Levy, you sit next to Georgina.
Hoping one day you get some
The
Alba
Instagram
genetics
guy.
and a bit
The Instagram guy. The
How are
Instagram
you?
guy from Barca
Good.
Stories.
How are you doing?
Good.
Hi,
Is
Robert.
this your first
Hi.
time?
It's my first time in the studio.
Well, good to have you here.
Good to be here.
We're going to play this or that. Okay,
Perfect.
so we've got different options and we'll need to choose if we would go with the one or the other.
You need to let me know what this or that is because you're really into all this
Okay.
stuff that goes
It's
on
kind of an
Instagram.
Instagram game.
I'm from the
Stone
No,
Age.
say it.
yeah,
What-
from the Stone Ages in that
Robert
sense,
from the
yes.
Stone Age.
No, we're going to have different options. I mean, this or that, and you just have to pick. Like, for example, let's go with the first one. Do you prefer the 5-0 win in 2010 at Camp Nou or the 2-6 win at Bernabeu?
Ooh.
This or that?
Okay, I'm gonna vote for this one. 2-6 at the Bernabeu, in
Yeah,
opposing territory
Me too.
always.
2-6 because I remember that season. It was we had a big lead and then we started losing some games and the gap went from 12 points to 4 points. And if we would have lost, then the Madrid would be really close, also in momentum. And we went there. They scored the first goal,
Their
but we
confidence
turned it
was
around.
high. No,
So 6-2 for me as well.
I
2-6.
I love.
And it's my birthday, the 6th of February. So
Okay.
All right.
So it's-
There it is. That, this or that. So let's go to the following
It
one.
was not the 6th of February. It was in May.
no, 2-6. 2-6 is like
2-6,
6th of
okay.
February.
Okay.
Let's go to the following one, Georgina.
I wanted to say 5-0.
Oh, you want- sorry,
But okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm going to go say 5-0 in that case. Second one, do you prefer the Messi shirt celebration, like the day holding the shirt like this, or the Piqué shirt celebration in front of Bernabeu?
I'm gonna go with Piqué shirt celebration because also it was in that same game. It was iconic and it marked like a start of an era.
Georgina?
I'm going with the same one.
I'm going to go with the Messi one. Last minute goal, guys. I mean, showing the Bernabeu who is king.
But we didn't win the championship then, so.
Do you prefer to play a Clásico in La Liga or a Clásico in the Champions League, like a knockout Clásico?
I'm gonna go with the Champions League one because of the sweet memories, because of the 2-0 win in the Bernabeu. So
maybe we can have one this year. We don't know.
I hope so. The final.
Okay.
And get some heart attacks.
I'm going to go with Champions League too. Robert?
I'm going to go with La Liga because it's where El Clásico is meant to be played, and if it's in the situation it is this year, with Barça at the top, Real Madrid just 2 points behind, it's super exciting as well.
We've just said it. He would love to have Barça Madrid for a final in the Champions League. We're not talking Champions League, we're talking finals in general. Do you prefer a regular season Clásico or like a final?
No, I prefer regular season. Because because we're
too nerve-wracking.
2 Copa finals.
No, it's too much. It's too much to handle.
Yeah, the final is 2 all or nothing for me. I prefer Madrid in over 2 games.
I agree with you. First leg, second leg, we're going to go with regular season.
Yes.
And supposing that we win, would you rather win like last minute, like he was saying that day with the Messi celebration, the shirt, or a comfortable win?
No, a comfortable win. Definitely a comfortable win. I mean, if you look at the 6-2 or the 5-0, the 4-0, the Bernabeu, the 3-0, the Bernabeu, all those comfortable wins over the years,
amazing.
I think I would go with them.
I'm with Aviv. The joy of winning 2-6 at the Bernabeu.
No, I agree with you. I'm a last-minute person. I love winning last minute. It hurts so much for the opponent, and it's so the big euphoria for us. But 5-0, 2-6, 5-1, 0-4 Bernabeu. All these big results are the big memories that we
very comfortable.
That we have. Yeah.
Very comfortable.
You have to pick from these goals. Suarez Panenka last year, penalty, or the Puyol header in that 2-6 game?
No, the Puyol header. Puyol header. Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic goal and celebration.
And iconic celebration.
You missed the stadium, no?
Sorry?
You missed the stadium?
Oh yes, you missed the Camp Nou and Bernabeu.
Yes.
Bernabeu?
Sorry. Yeah. So Camp Nou or Bernabeu?
Is it like play Clásico in Bernabeu?
Yes.
Bernabeu then, because it's also nicer when we win there. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say Bernabeu because of the recent form in the last few years. I mean,
we won more in Bernabeu than at home. No?
I agree with you, but Camp Nou with the mosaics that we create, having the anthem. No, I'm going to say Camp Nou.
I know.
Last one.
Okay, last one. Do you prefer Messi's goal in the Champions League 2010-11? Sorry, 0-2?
Yes.
Or Messi? Messi last minute in 2-3.
No, Messi.
Okay, whatever. Yes, thank you.
No, wait, yes. yes. Super goal.
It's a yes. Okay, guys, and now this is going to be posted by Aviv on the Barça's Instagram account.
What do we need to do?
Before that, we need you to record a story, film a story right now, explain the rules. You need it to be first take. Okay, so
always
first take. First takers.
First takes only.
First takes only. Film this, recording the story for Barça's Instagram live right now.
Tell the people the day.
They have to play this or that. To tap here next story, you will find the template. Screenshot it. Play. Mention. Tag FC Barcelona. You will get reposted, will you?
Yeah, we'll repost a few. If we're in a good mood.
Just go ahead.
Let's do it.
Okay, no pressure. You're live.
What is pressure?
Is he going to do?
What's up, guys? We're
do it again. Come on.
What's up, Barça family? We're here at Barça Live in the Clásico preview show with our friend here, and we just played this or that. You can see it in our next story. You basically have to choose the one or the other. Take a screenshot and pick, and we'll repost.
Good.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job, Aviv. Thank you very much. Sarah and Mai are going to come back in now for the following challenge. Aviv, enjoy yourself this weekend because it's a big weekend.
I'll enjoy myself. Thank you.
I'm waiting for you at the warm-up show on Sunday, by the way. Okay?
Yes.
I will tell you
we'll
the
see
timing.
See you, YouTube people.
Okay.
Okay,
YouTube
so
and
Aviv
Twitter and
leaves,
Periscope.
Sarah and Maya come back. Georgina, we scooch over because we need our teammates,
Yes.
Sarah and Maya, to
You
be
will be
on
sitting
this
on the other side of the couch.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So-
the reason for that.
The reason for that...
I need
Well, go ahead and explain.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it. The reason for that is that our next game involves some masks that are right behind you there,
Oh my God.
Oh God.
and we're going to play Guess Who I Am. Guess the player.
Okay.
So you're going to have to put the mask in front of your face.
Okay.
I'm going to describe the player for you, obviously without saying the name, and we're going
But
to have.
other names are allowed.
What?
Right?
Sorry.
Other names are allowed. Like, it's not like a taboo where there are words that we
Oh
cannot
no, it's not
say.
a taboo. No, 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 no.
Okay.
Well, we just have to kind of describe the quickest clue because we only have 30 seconds to get as many as possible.
And can we ask? Because
No,
something's missing or
no. Georgina
Don't
has
say
to-
names.
So
It's kind of like charades,
Okay.
kind of.
it is kind of like
Okay.
charades.
Start saying names.
So Mai,
like crazy.
you've got them right behind you. Without looking at them, you can put them on your lap if you want.
Okay.
But take all of them if you want, and then you get it
Yes.
quicker. Because
It's going
if
to
you
be
if you have to keep turning,
Fast.
just put them all on your lap.
Like this?
And we're going to have a 30-second timer. Georgina's going to describe them to you
Okay.
and try and get as many as possible.
I do it here, right?
Well,
to the
yeah, you
camera.
just cover your face.
Or to Georgina.
Okay, to me. Well,
Yeah.
to
So the
whatever
camera's
you
on
can.
you, so maybe look at that.
Okay.
So can we have the timer, please? 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
We start?
You tell me when to go.
Well,
Yeah, we're
whenever-
starting, I'm assuming.
Now.
Go.
Who's that? Okay, forward, we picked it in our lineup.
That would be yeah.
Perfect. Next.
Yeah?
Yes, go.
Woo, another one. Okay.
Okay, the one that wasn't not in the pool.
Dani Alves.
Perfect,
Oh
next.
my God, she's doing good.
He scored in the Champions League final in 2006 against Arsenal. Second goal.
Oh my God. 2006.
Yes.
Okay. I need
Go
to
on,
think.
go on.
2006.
2006, the second goal.
give me
the
more
one that
things, I forgot.
It was a nutmeg defender.
Time. You get 2 points.
Just two.
Just 2.
Oh my God, I'm so
We
bad.
started so well. No,
You started
no,
so well. Guys,
Juliana
can we put
Valenti.
the 2 points on the scoreboard? So it's Georgina 4, Robert 0. But now, if we get
Don't
4
worry,
right,
don't
we're
worry.
all tied up.
Okay, okay.
I love this game. I want to do it again without.
We'll do it again
pressure.
we'll do it again another
Without,
day. That's
like,
the score right
not
now. So
counting.
Sarah, we need
Okay.
to get 4
Wait, I
to
thought
at
they had
least draw
two.
level.
Is each one
Yeah,
worth-
but they
Oh, okay.
already
We
have
already have-
for best
Oh,
lineup
right,
and best
okay.
prediction.
Okay.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Sarah, go. Okay, best midfielder ever. Number 6.
Xavi.
Yes. Okay,
I
go.
could have told you the number.
Oh, Croatian youngster, played for Barça B, now doesn't play for Barça.
Croatian youngster.
Blonde hair, used to play for Barça B.
Oh, the hair was
said that.
And, go to the next one because this one's very difficult.
I didn't know
You
we
can go to the next one.
If I knew if
Okay,
it's
Argentinian centre back. He was also a midfielder.
Mascherano.
Bold, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's that.
Go.
But no.
Okay, French striker.
Stop.
Stop.
No,
Time
no.
up.
Time up.
Time up. And you're
Antoine.
cheating. You're cheating. We didn't know
No
that
one said we
could.
couldn't pass.
You can ski it.
But we didn't tell us.
No one said we could have passed. We get 2.
Okay, we get to.
We get 2. Alin Halilovic.
Oh, yeah.
Alin Halilovic was.
Oh, I would not have remembered that, though.
Okay, guys, can you put the masks back where they belong on the table there?
We're not gonna play
we're still
anymore?
winning, We're still
I
winning.
like this
Should we do another
game,
one?
Yeah.
Another one.
Do
Can
another
we
one of
do it?
30 seconds each?
But maybe like
Okay,
the
get
other
rid of
way
the ones
around?
you've done.
now we are.
Do it the other way around.
Yes.
All right, do it the other way around.
Okay, take
Okay.
the ones from the bottom.
Okay. Sarah, shall we change?
Okay, you take it.
We should change.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's do it again. Now,
And
Georgina, 30 seconds.
there's-
You've got 30 seconds.
okay.
We're allowed 1 pass. We're allowed 1 pass. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so
Because
Georgina,
at the
you go
end doesn't
first.
like this.
You go first.
Okay.
So 30 seconds
you
for
get it?
Georgina, going from 3, 2, 1, now.
The one you told me before. The last one.
Okay, let it.
Oh, the number 9 right now is from Uruguay.
Suarez.
Okay, next one. A really Brazilian, like very now around the world.
Neymar?
And no, more older there. Like with the hair, like teeth, special teeth.
Ronaldinho?
Yeah. I don't know how to say it. Our center back from France that's saying it that way.
Umtiti?
Yes. No.
No, time.
The other one.
No, time.
Yes.
Time.
Good,
time.
good. The
Okay.
other one.
Uh,
Can we just look at what was the other one?
Am I giving you Belletti or not?
Yeah, because she said it.
Give you ability. Okay, so you get 3 points. You get 3 points.
Okay.
Don't look at the other ones because we're going to play another day. We're going to play another day. Okay, so you've got
I didn't
7.
know this was
So,
counting, too.
Sarah, we need to get 5 and then we'll move on to the next game.
Okay, let's do
It's
it.
difficult to describe them.
Okay,
Get the
guys,
countdown ready.
don't distract us. Okay,
I don't know
so
how to say it. I think
3, 2, 1.
Go. He's Portuguese.
Deco.
Oh, good. Oh my God, really pretty eyes. He's a right back.
Dani Alves.
No, no.
Sergio Roberto.
Yes, good job. Oh my God, one of the best midfielders in the world. Best
Iniesta.
friends with. Good job. The defender that did that shirt celebration.
Piqué.
Good. Brothers of Thiago plays a very
Rafinha.
good. And my favorite player in the world, not Messi,
Sergio
but
Busquets.
good.
Oh,
And I've run out of faces. Boom.
you see that? I don't know Georgina that much. That's not fair.
What happened?
Your friend.
Look at the
didn't know this
comeback.
was
Look at the
I didn't-
comeback
I
there for
want
Team
that
Robert.
clip.
Okay, can we rewind to the moment where I said, this is not counting, okay? We're just playing for fun. So where's my 4-2? Why
You
is
did
that?
so good.
Guys, let's move on to the next
cheaters.
game.
You
Let's move on to the
cheaters.
next
We're
game.
dominating.
And this
Okay,
one.
Georgina. No,
Oh my
well,
God.
you didn't get there. You didn't get there.
Can I stay
Guys,
here?
The
guys,
wall.
put the faces back. Put the faces back. Can you pick up for the next game?
Yes.
The buzzers.
I'm going to explain what the next game is. We've got buzzers, and we've got a face mask.
Okay.
We've got a face mask. So the challenge
I don't want
is
to touch them
first
because-
it's you against me, Georgina. We're going to put the face masks on.
Okay.
They're going to show a goal,
Okay.
and from the game commentary, we have to guess which goal that is. These are Clásico goals.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
These are Clásico goals, and we're going to have to guess from the commentary.
I got a question. What does the...
This means when you press it,
I know it.
it's when you know when the goal is,
because obviously we're...
and we'll stop the goal and you have to guess.
Okay.
So,
You look so pretty, Robert.
Look at
okay,
those
so
eyes.
silence please, because we're going to show the first goal.
Okay.
So for Neymar, Rakitic, finds Andres Iniesta. Iniesta to the edge, little 1-2 Iniesta. Oh, what?
Okay.
Iniesta goal in the 0-4 back in 2015, 2016
Yeah.
from the edge of the box.
Nice.
That's right, baby.
That's right. Good job.
I'm going to be terrible at this one.
Face mask over to Mai.
Wait a second. But did you prepare these videos?
I didn't.
Okay, because I was going to say that's
swear I
not
didn't.
fair
Listen,
at
listen.
all.
Can I
It's
say
super
who
hard.
scored? Because I'm so bad with memories. Like result,
Okay,
It's a game.
stadium.
let's
That's
do
the
this,
game.
guys.
Okay.
That's the game.
Where's my buzzer?
Okay, so we got the point there.
Wait.
All right.
Okay.
So, second goal. Can we have it?
Piqué inside to Leo Messi, deep in his own half, but starts off on the run, pass 2, pass 3. Lastiana's ball's picked up by Alexis! Alexis!
Is it the Alexis one that he like from outside the box and he curls it in?
Where?
At the Bernabeu.
Yes.
Yes. Wait. Was that La Liga?
That was La Liga, yes.
Okay, good.
11-12 season.
Bam!
Boomba!
God.
I remember that goal like it was yesterday.
Okay. So, now you can do Sarah against Georgina and I'll
Okay.
play against Mai.
Okay.
Just took my mask off.
They want to destroy me today.
Okay, let's do this.
Go.
On the counter-attack, they've got 3 up. He goes by 1. There's Helgeri, goes round him, and that's an extraordinary goal.
They don't say the name. It's difficult.
He received the ball just inside the Real Madrid half and fended off 3 defenders on his way to
Did they say
beating
any?
Casillas at his near post. And he made it look so easy.
I mean, I could guess.
I mean, it's impossible. Santi told me it's Ronaldinho's goal. Need 3.
Oh, okay, I was gonna guess Villa.
Bernabeu,
No.
but okay, the hair.
The description of the goal
This
was
is the last time that
good.
we play with this kind of mask.
Okay, so you,
I need a brush.
I don't even remember my age.
Impossible.
You want me to do this? Oh
Yeah,
my
of
god.
course.
Oh my god.
Of course.
The hair.
Okay, so do you get the point for
No,
that,
your
Georgina?
hair is perfect. Sorry, no,
okay.
we didn't.
All right. Okay, no
Oh
one
my,
got the
you
point
look
for
so
that.
pretty.
No, he told me because, I mean...
All right. So. we got
Oh
one.
my god, if you don't know this, I
But
swear
they've
to
all
God.
been sort of little fellas. But there's a kind of rule of thumb, isn't there? Lots of little fellas make a big one. Leo Messi on the break, Leo Messi!
Maya, did you go first?
Yes.
Which
No.
one?
Yes or no?
You go, Mai.
It was the one from Messi at the Bernabeu Champions League. Yes?
Yeah?
Yes? Finally! Finally!
That's the
Point
best
there.
goal
So
ever.
what is the score right now? What is the score? So they got 1 point, we got 2.
Yes.
So is it 8-10? 8-10.
Oh, look at us.
8-10.
It is. We've got one more. So who's gonna do this? Do you want to go?
I was going to fist bump you because we're doing so
yeah,
well.
thank you.
Don't leave me hanging.
You want to go?
You go.
Or should I go?
Or should I go?
I'll go.
I don't want to put this on, to be honest.
Okay.
Sarah against Mai.
Because of the hair.
Sarah against Mai. A
Sarah
beautiful
against Mai.
rivalry.
A beautiful rivalry.
Now competing against each other.
You'll love it.
So
Okay.
let's go for that last one.
Okay.
Leg of the Champions League last 16 tie. 16 ties. Chance here for Cesc Fabregas, and Cesc Fabregas has put Barca ahead. No offside flag because it came off Real Madrid.
It's a very difficult one.
Difficult one.
And Cesc Fabregas has given Barca the lead after just 4 minutes of the second half.
The Fabregas goal in La Liga.
Which season?
2012.
12-13?
Yeah, 12-13.
Okay, I don't think...
13-14, I think.
No, this is 12-13, but I can't actually remember
Oh, God, come on.
in which competition it was. So we're not gonna get the point. We're not gonna get the point, but Team Robert wins anyway.
All right.
Sarah?
Yes.
Oh, it's the semi-final of the Copa del Rey. Semi-final.
Oh,
So that
okay.
was a really hard one. That was a really hard one.
It was the most difficult one, I think.
That was a really hard one. Anyway, Georgina, we beat you.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. We're a team here.
No.
In the good and the bad.
In the good.
And that is a mistake, right?
Yeah.
Because they know each other so well. we don't have time together, so it's not fair.
This is the second time that I see Mai in real life.
Exactly.
That is not true. Anyway,
my hair.
guys, before Sarah and Mai go, we do have something to say that if we've seen all of these goals,
Yes.
if Barca score 1 on Sunday, we're going to reach 400 in El Clásico. Amazing stat.
Amazing.
Amazing stat.
Yeah.
And we've all picked our favourite goal from El Clásico.
think it's going to
So,
happen?
Georgina, do you want to
That
show
Barca-
your goal first? Your favourite goal in El Clásico?
Yeah. So I've picked as my favorite goal in El Clásico a goal from the 2-6 game, Bernabeu, and I've picked the PK one.
PK1, so shall we show that goal?
6th goal. Look at that. That young Piqué with all that energy, all
Young Piqué.
passion. Young Piqué, the passion. Look at that celebration. Oh.
Yeah. He's the best one with celebrations against
I remember
Real Madrid, right?
some brands recreating this iconic celebration too.
Yes.
And using it. I remember that day so well.
No, one of my favourite days
look
ever.
at
There's a celebration.
Look at that. In slow motion, it's even better.
Slow motion.
It's so much better. I know.
Last year we were doing the warm-up show from behind the goal where Piqué scored, and I was like, this is where this goal happened. I was like, thinking this all the time.
Amazing. Okay, I'm going to go to my goal. My goal is a more retro goal. We go back to 1994 in January. Cola de Vaca,
How
Romario,
vintage.
bam. That is when I started following football. The team coached by Johan Cruyff, and Romario was a super class player. Some of you weren't even born then, I think. Georgina, you're 95, aren't you?
95.
Sarah?
95.
Mai?
93.
Oh, you were born, but only 1 year old. Okay, this is when I started watching football. It was a delight to see a 5-0 win against Real Madrid. Romario, super class finish there
classy.
in front of Paco Bullo and getting away from Alcorta. Sarah, which goal did you pick?
My goal was the 0-2 Messi goal, the solo goal in the Champions League semifinal at the Bernabeu. Just because, first of all, Busquets gave him the pass.
Yes.
And then he took the ball and he just destroyed all the players. He destroyed the defense. He destroyed Casillas. And then
look at the
Casillas reaction. It's just crazy. He made it look like it was a walk in the park when in reality that's the hardest thing to do. But he makes it look so simple. So I would go for that all-time favorite.
And finally, Mai.
Mine, for me, is the best right back in history, Dani Alves. Season 2011-2012. It was this shot with the right foot, boom. Stop that missile. You know? You can die if you touch that. It's amazing. For me, it's the best right back, and that was a 2-2, but we won the Copa del Rey title that year. So It was fine. It was fine.
Kick off already.
I know. I want the game now.
Kick off already.
So excited for this game. Anyway, Sarah, Mai, thank you very much for joining us for this preview show. You're coming back on Sunday.
Yes, we will be here.
For Live Match Center.
Don't miss it.
The hype is going to be there.
Yes.
We'll see you in less than 48 hours. No, just over 48 hours.
Yeah.
Just over 48 hours.
Who else will you have on the show?
Sam May and Julia Pereira, our social media queen. So our popcorn guy and our social media queen. Sarah, Mai, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we get Mike Toll in here, we're going to go and talk to a representative of the Peña Blaugrana in New York, Georgina. So shall we get that Skype connection going?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are we doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Ooh.
We're doing fine here in Barcelona.
What
all
time is
excited
it
about
in
El
New
Clásico.
York?
What time is it there in New York right now?
It's 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning, so you're just about getting your day going. It must be 4 in the afternoon here. I've lost track of time right now. This has been an intense day preparing for this show. I'm going to ask you straight away, what is it like experiencing a Clásico from New York?
Well, as you pointed out, it usually requires getting up earlier. We've had sometimes Clásicos at 7 in the morning, so it requires some determination. Beyond that, you have a very interesting multicultural experience of people from all over the world who live here in New York City, coming together for different reasons to celebrate Barça and to engage in the biggest game of the year.
It is the biggest game of the year, and you've actually got some activities going on. I understand there's a game going on between Peñas.
Yeah. In fact, we call it the mini Clásico.
Yep.
And so tonight, actually at 7 o'clock local time, if you want to head on over, we would welcome you. We have
Might be a bit late for that. I might be a bit late if I leave now.
The Peña, yeah. Oh, so 7 o'clock p.m. our time. So the Madrid Peña and the Barcelona Peña will be heading off in the second official mini Clásico here. We have a trophy. After the game, we do a tercer tiempo. So we actually, it's probably one of the only places in the world where you can get away with it. And we will be having a couple of beers after the game. Hopefully, Barça come out on top. We're very excited about it. Last time we played, the first one ever, was 7-2 in our favor.
Oh, nice. What are your thoughts on this Sunday's Clásico?
I think it's a very good moment for us all of a sudden compared to a week ago. So I think that we're all very excited about it. And we're hoping for a couple of more of the goals that you were showing earlier. Maybe Romario will come back and give us another goal.
Hopefully. I've got Mike Toll here sitting right next to me. He's just joined us here in the studio, so we're getting him on screen as soon as possible. Mike's been to your Peña, so Mike, what was your experience there?
Been there several times. It's like yo, Jordi, what's up?
How you doing, Mike?
Good, how are you? Long distance away this time.
It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, you too. It's probably the second best experience, because I'm going to talk about the best experience a little bit later, but to watch a game on TV in the United States, there's no better place than Smithfield Hall, the Peña Blaugrana, with all the people there. They're fabulous. The food, you can
What's
have...
the atmosphere like?
The atmosphere is like... Well, it happens to be the home of a lot of teams, but when there's a Barça game, they've got banners all over the place. They've got an entire area of the bar pretty much taken over. With that, hold on. I got something to show you. Here we go. I don't know if you can get the whole thing in there. Okay, I got this summer. And it's a great family atmosphere for everybody. You can actually have an Estrella, which is one of the best parts about it. Yeah, you can have an Estrella Damm in the bar. And when things are going well for Barça, everybody's cheering. When things are down, things are quiet. It's kind of like Camp Nou, 3,000 miles away. But fantastic experience every single time.
Okay, Jordi, we're going to say thank you very much to you for taking part in the show. One final question for you. What is your prediction for this Sunday?
1-3.
Nice. I like the confidence. I like the confidence there. Jordi, thank you. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and I hope you enjoy the Clásico.
Y visca el Barça.
Y visca el Barça. Exactly.
Care,
thank you, Jordi. Goodbye. Mike Toll, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Robert?
Fine. Excited? It's been a busy week here being a worker at Barça.
Yeah, it's always the same thing for me. It's a mixture of excitement and reserved nervousness, because you never know what's going to happen in a Clásico. But going into an away game at the Bernabeu, I think optimistic, of course, given the recent results. And so I guess we just have to wait around all weekend for Sunday night, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
It's better when it's on Saturday, but...
Yeah, I can't wait for it. Mike,
what about you?
I'm super excited. I mean, we've got the show live on Sunday. Don't forget to watch us as well.
Yes.
First the warm-up with Georgina, then the match centre here. If you can't watch the game, just, well, we'll take you through it with our live play-by-play and all the commentary, all the reactions as well. And it's going to be nerve-wracking. It's going to be nerve-wracking. And especially with El Clásico being Barça first, Madrid second, 2-point difference. I feel like this is one of the biggest ones over the last few seasons.
Well, it's true. Based on the standings, it's definitely one of the biggest ones as far as standings repercussions are concerned. But every single year, even when there's a big difference in the standings, it's just as big. It's got the same atmosphere. The teams are battling it out on the field. And even in the times that they played the friendly in Miami. I don't know, can we talk about the game in Miami a couple years ago?
Yeah.
When they played in Miami, that was a friendly. But it was one of the most competitive Barça Real Madrid games I've ever seen. The players were out there sweating on the field in Miami and pushing each other around. You could hear them grunting. And,
it's good that you bring that Clásico up in Miami, because I was going to ask you, as an American, how are Clásicos? How do people live the Clásico in North America, in the USA?
Well, it's quite a bit different from here in Spain, and I've lived it in both the stadium in Miami in the 2017 summer tour, and as a fan at a bar where a Peña from Philadelphia meets, and the experiences are similar in that it's extremely rowdy, but everybody's mixed in together. So we don't have separate areas of Barça and Real Madrid fans. It's very much a celebration of football and the big rivalry that it is, and people treat it with a lot of respect because they don't get to see it that often. But as you'd expect anything in the United States, the reaction is huge. It's like a mixture of the NBA Finals, the Super Bowl, you name it, all rolled up into one. It's just pretty much off the hook.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine it. The thing I struggle with thinking about is the time difference sometimes, because we get all built up here. It's at 9 o'clock in the evening, all that, and then it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, 3 o'clock in the afternoon for USA fans is actually all right this year, but like when El Clásico is played at 4 in the afternoon, you have to get out really early to watch it.
Yeah, that's true. I've never been there for a game that was played late at night. At that time here. But the game I'm referring to back in 2011 in the Spanish Super Cup, the game kicked off at 11 p.m. Barcelona time at Camp Nou, and I walked into this place at 5 p.m. and people were just getting out of work and they're dressed in business suits and they were putting their jerseys on top of the suits. And it's hard to believe that when the game ended, it's 1 a.m. in Camp Nou in Barcelona, and it's 7 p.m. there and it's still light out, and it's kind of like you feel like you're a little bit like in the Twilight Zone, like where am I? How is this happening? But it's a Clásico.
Yeah, it's big anytime you watch it. Mike, before you leave, we did ask you to pick your favorite goal ever in a Clásico, because we're about to reach 400 if we score on Sunday. Which one was yours?
My favorite one is going to be from that first experience back in 2011, Spanish Super Cup. That one right there, 88th minute, Leo Messi. It was a little bit of a topsy-turvy game. Madrid had just tied it up, and here comes Leo Messi with a pass from Adriano at Camp Nou at 1 o'clock in the morning. The people here must have been going insane in August. And the funny thing is that for a lot of players, this would be the greatest goal of their career. But for Leo Messi, it was just another goal, but it won the Spanish Super Cup. And in the clutch, last minute, I know Georgina said she likes last-minute goals.
I love it.
And that fits the bill right there. So, and before I was just a fan way back then, and I saw all the reaction from the people, and for me,
it was
that's
amazing. I was at the stadium that day. It was amazing.
Definitely my favorite.
Thank you very much for joining us,
Thank you.
Mike. Enjoy the Clásico on Sunday. Georgina, we have another connection around the world.
On the other side of the world, we're going to India, to Mumbai, because we've got Anand. Anand, hello. Can you hear me? How are you?
How are you? I'm good.
Yeah, we're good too. Nice to have you here on the show. We're talking El Clásico. My first question for you is, everything ready for Sunday?
Oh yeah, we are well prepared for the Clásico. Boys are geared up here in Mumbai. They just want to see the team play and beat Real Madrid together under one roof.
What will you do? What will be special on Sunday? Will you do a screening at the Peña?
Yeah, we have a screening here in Mumbai where more than 500 people are expected to be there. We have a joint screening along with the the Peña of Madrid, and it's a lot of fun when we watch the game together for the Clásico.
How cool. What time is El Clásico going to happen in Mumbai?
So it's 1:30 a.m. and it ends at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. So we have roughly 5 hours of sleep and we go back to work and colleges next day in the morning.
And loads of coffee that day. But you're used to it. When we talk about these time zones and time difference, do you find it really, really hard always to be up to date and be able to follow the games, or you think the struggle is worth it?
The struggle is worth it, I'll say. But over the years, we have been following FC Barcelona. We have been watching them live. So we are kind of used to that time zone. Also, we have a few matches that kicks off at 8:30 in the evening. So we are happy with that timing. Also, we don't mind waking up, being awake till 1:30 and watch our team play.
What's the ambience like in India and Mumbai when there's a Clásico? I've been told that India is either Barça or Madrid, that no other teams have a big representation in there. So Clásico must be fire, must be lit in there.
So Clásico is the biggest sporting event in the world. I mean, all of us, we know that. And when it comes to like Mumbai, all the fans, there's a huge fan base of FC Barcelona in Mumbai. And also for Real Madrid, we all come together. It's intense before the match. It's intense after the match as well. And during the match, it's amazing.
How many people are you expecting on Sunday to be gathered?
Yeah, more than 500 under one roof.
Okay. I've got a last question for you. I want to know what's your prediction. What do you think is going to happen on Sunday?
My prediction, 3-1 Barça, we are going to win it.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much, Anand, for being here. We hope that we can connect more in the future and talk to you, see how the Peña is doing. You're always doing so much stuff and you're so active on social media. It's good to have you guys. So thank you very much. And let's see if you got your prediction right.
Yeah, sure. I hope we do. And I will be in touch. FCB Mumbai loves FC Barcelona. And we are there for you guys throughout.
Thank you very much, Anand. Bye.
You're welcome.
I love these guys. Mumbai are amazing. It's one of the best peñas in the world. I mean, they're also good at always sharing content with us. But I remember that day that Setien became our manager, they sent that picture from the beach, Benvingut Setien in Catalan. They have so much details with us.
Yeah.
So one of the best peñas, best supporters.
The following of Barça around the world is amazing. And we have 2 new guests, Georgina, on the sofas with us.
I've got Bruno with me. Bruno,
hello,
we saw
Georgina.
you earlier in the production room.
With a bit of preview and some stats about Griezmann that we hope he's going to be an important man on Sunday.
We're going to talk about how El Clásico is lived here in Catalonia, in Spain, and you've got Fad with you.
I've got Fad with me as well, and we're going to talk about how El Clásico is experienced in another area in the world, in the Arabic countries. Fad, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to have you on the show for the first time. Have you been in front of the cameras before, or?
Yes, it's my first time
in the studio.
No, it's not my first time in the studio.
Barça 99.
But it's my first. It's my first Barça live.
Barça live.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get straight to it. The following of El Clásico is amazing wherever you go.
Of course, Barça has got a huge fan base in the Arab world, in North Africa and in the Middle East. We've got, for example, in Morocco, up to 9 official Barça peñas. 9.
That's nice.
And 2 in Tunisia, for example, 1 in Algeria, in Egypt, in Lebanon, in Iraq, in Saudi Arabia, I think in Qatar as well. And all these guys organize very nice stuff for.
What kind of events go on in those?
Well, they organize for every Barça game. They organize gatherings, special gatherings to celebrate Barça's victories, etc. But for the Clásico, it's another story. It's a totally different story. It's the next level, mate. So they organize like meals that last for the whole day. They start the preparations weeks before the game. And hours before the game, they gather. They start celebrating victories even before the game is exactly before the game is played. And the atmosphere is really nice.
I imagine the difference is obviously in the countries where it's like further away. they create an event. Bruno, for example, here in Barcelona, it's more of gatherings with friends, go to a bar, see the game. But the vibe, the week of the Clásico is just amazing.
Yeah, and everyone is talking in the streets. Even here in Barcelona, there's plenty of Real Madrid supporters also in Barcelona. Same in Madrid, there are a lot of FC Barcelona fans. And you always have a friend or even any relation or partner that it's from the other team, and you always have to convive and well, during the whole week everyone is, we are gonna win, no, we are gonna win. There's always a debate, and it's fun. And the worst thing, probably, well, the worst is the best one if you win. It's the day after and the week after,
exactly,
because it's not just the week before.
The thing is here, if Barca wins, you want to listen to every radio show, watch every television show, you want to buy every newspaper. It's just amazing.
But now with social media, this happens everywhere. So if your team loses, just don't go to social media for a week.
Just switch everything off.
Just switch everything off. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I did it with Mike. I asked you guys as well about your favourite Clásico goal because we're about to hit 400. Fad, tell me about yours.
Ronaldinho at the Bernabeu. That's a true piece of art by a Brazilian magician, an iconic moment, and of course, not every day you see the Bernabeu crowd stand up to applaud a Barca goal. So
amazing stuff. And Bruno, you picked a free kick because Messi is the master of free kicks.
Yes, I picked a free kick in the 12-13 season. It was a 2-2 draw in the Camp Nou. Well, we're going to see the goal. It was just amazing how Leo Messi hit that ball. Iker Casillas was the goalkeeper, and this frustration of Casillas, during all these 5-6 years where Barcelona was just unbeatable, and it was also this era of Mourinho against Guardiola, then against Tito, and it was this kind of Clásicos that they were really intense, not just a week before, a month before, with all press conference. It was probably now the Clásico. Okay, of course, it's the same importance now than before, but with Mourinho on the bench and Real Madrid was a bit tough.
It was always very intense.
And now with Zidane and Setien, they are two profile of managers with more respect, between each other, and I think
we have to see.
It's better.
Anyway, thank you very much, Bruno, for joining us. Thank you very much, Fad, for joining us as well. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy this Clásico.
We will. We will, of course. Looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Georgina, Q&A. We can only do 3 of the questions, I'm being told, because we're running out of time. We can only do 3, so select.
Will they choose them for us?
I think they're coming on. They're coming up on the screen. So Q&A for you and me, and we'll see if we can provide answers.
These are questions that the subscribers on our YouTube channel have left. So we asked this morning on the community tab. Leave some questions for us to reply in the shop. We'll only be getting 3, but just be a subscriber because we're always doing this 90-second challenge. You ask, we answer, or the players answer.
Okay.
Sometimes.
So we've got the answer for this one.
How many 5 goals wins did Barca ever have in El Clásico? Well, the answer is
3, I think. No, 2. Sorry, 2.
No, because I'm counting.
So we've got the 1974 win, Johan Cruyff at the Bernabeu, and then we've got the 5-0 win at. Oh no, we've got 3. Sorry, yeah, I was right. Yeah,
94.
94 and 2010.
Okay, but I thought that we were also taking into account like the 2-6.
Yeah, but it's not a 5-goal win.
But we scored 5 goals.
All right. Okay, so 5-0. 5-0. There have been 3. 5-0. There have been 3. 1974, 2010, and 1994. Okay, so let's go to the next question.
Next one.
How many Clásico matches has Piqué scored in? We gave that information before.
Yes, he scored in two Clásicos in the
two
Clásico
goals. He scored in the Bernabeu in 2009, and he scored at El Camp Nou in the I think it was the 15-16 season or 16-17. I can't remember right now. Next question. Who played El Clásico with the 2 teams? Well, a lot of players.
A lot of players. And let's not reveal this. You go and watch 7-second challenge on YouTube. We asked this question to Griezmann and De Jong. You've got the answer there.
Okay, next question. What is your best Clásico memory, Georgina?
5-0 at Camp Nou.
5-0. You were there?
I was there. Monday, raining. That face.
Okay, I'm going to go for one in which I was there as well, but it's a 3-0 win in 2004-2005 season when Eto'o took the ball away from Roberto Carlos and Casillas. That was my favourite Camp Nou. Any superstition while following the match? Well, yes. We haven't got them here right now. I'll do this one, Georgina.
Go for it.
At Match Centre, we put garlics next to the screen to scare away bad things. We have avocados because they always bring us good luck. And I wear avocado socks. I haven't got them on today, so I can't show them. But if you want to see, watch the show on Sunday.
Do you always have like rituals?
Always.
All the time? Okay.
But these are not the superstition
Flamingos.
ones. Anyway, next question.
No, we don't have more. We
don't have any more.
No, we had 5. You said 3, and yet we
and we did 5 anyway. We did 5 anyway.
But,
okay, so we've got our final guest coming on.
Guest.
Tom Carter, one of our editors.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Tom. You're going to sit next to Georgina.
Careful, don't sit on this because you're not.
And with his tech hairstyle, you can already see that Tom is a retro guy.
Retro guy.
So
talking to us about retro social media, like we did with Patrick Clover. Patrick Clover.
he seemed to like them, no?
He seemed to like. He did like them. He did like them. I'm being asked to entertain you for a minute before we go to your actual segment. So let me just ask you, Tom, expectations for Sunday.
I think it's a big one, like bigger than it has been in recent years, because the way that the teams are positioned in the league, it's first versus second. Neither team has had like an electrifying season so far, and I think that if Barca get this result, it could be the first nail in the coffin for Real Madrid as far as the league's concerned. We need a good result to kind of build up some momentum for the second leg of the Champions League game against Napoli as well. But it's a perfect time for both teams to play each other. I think it could be a decider.
Okay, Tom. So you look at your camera.
Hello.
Over there. And now we're going to look at the camera, we're going to take a trip to the past.
Which one are we starting with? So can I see the screen as well? Oh, wow.
Retro vintage.
So we're in the past right now, Tom. So what is it you've prepared?
So what I did was I went through some of the best moments in Clásico history, and I decided to see what would happen if social media existed when we had these things. So the first thing I was looking at was the Barca Twitter account. And so before each match day, we have a tweet that describes what's going to happen, what the date is, where it's going to take place. And I did this one for the 1974 Clásico, which many people know is the big game where Johan Cruyff really arrived on the scene. It kind of signified a lot of sort of change between the dynamic of Real Madrid and Barcelona. This could be one of his personal tweets.
Love the copy.
Salir disfruté. Gallina de piel. I like it.
But it means I went out and enjoyed. I scored that. It was a hat trick, right? In that 5-0
I know he only scored one.
He scored one goal in the 5-0 win, but it was a historic game. And this one is would have been from Barca's Instagram account. So this is Romario in the other 5-0 at the Camp Nou. I like that Ronald Koeman may have replied to this as well with a fire emoji.
Yes, I like it.
No,
I feel like there would have been good engagement.
I love this one. This one's my favorite.
And this is how I think our YouTube account would have looked. We have the Match Centre video with Messi celebrating his hat trick. We have behind the scenes in training with Iniesta. Sometimes with these things, I just think if only social media had existed then, and we could have had all these moments.
Yes.
But there you go. If we can move on to the next one.
What would have been your favorite moment in history that you wish had
This could be one. This could be one.
Probably this one, absolutely. The Puyol goal, the header. I mean, I think that would have been the one that I would have retweeted if it had been on social at the time. And then the squad list for the 5-0 at the Camp Nou. I put Messi's goat emoji in there to keep up with the times.
Super, Tom. That is what would have happened if Twitter and Instagram had existed back then. Unfortunately, it's only very recently that we've had fun with the social media.
Yeah, well, I think tomorrow's going to be another classic. Sunday will be another Clásico moment. Yeah. And luckily we have social media for that one.
We got anything else, Tom?
So we have some things that I picked up on social media this week. I don't know if we can get those on screen. Obviously, the excitement now is really building quickly. The game is in 2 days' time. The tension is starting to turn into this weekend's fixtures. Obviously, the Clásico is probably the headline moment of those. So I found some tweets from some different accounts and some people from the world of sport who are getting excited from the game. So I have one from Deshaun Watson, who I think he's an NFL player who plays for the Houston Texans. Do we have that? Well, basically...
We haven't got it. Sorry, there's been a moment of confusion. So if you just want to take us through it, explain what it was.
So let me explain what happened. So he's an NFL player in the States. And obviously we know that, as we've seen from Mike and the guys in NYC, soccer is so big there and so many people over there consider Barca their team. Deshaun Watson has said that his bucket list for one of the things he wants to do with his life is to see a Clásico. So one day he wants to travel over here. Here we go. I wish I can make it one day. So I hope he can achieve that dream. I don't know if that coincides with the NFL season or not. But yeah, that could be a good trip for him to make, like so many people would like to do.
Nice. Well, yeah, it's one of the events worldwide in the sporting world. Tom, have we got anything else?
Yeah, we have a few more. So there's a tweet that we saw. A fan has posted that the last time that Barca won their previous 4 games in the league before a Clásico, they went to the Bernabeu in 2015 and they won 4-0. So I think that's a really good precedent for what may well happen on Sunday. Something that I also saw that we were talking about this week is Gary Lineker. Every time that there's a discussion around the Clásico, post on Twitter. This guy, if you don't know, is a Barca legend. He's an English striker.
Well, not only Clásico, he's on Twitter like 24/7.
He'll talk about Barca with any opportunity he has, or about Messi or his time here. But arguably the highlight of his career here was his hat-trick in the Clásico at the Camp Nou. And that was reminded this week on, I think it was LaLiga's Twitter.
I think there's at least a yearly reminder with Gary Lineker and his hat-trick in El Clásico. Anyway, Tom, we're running out of time. The last thing I would like you to talk about is your favourite Clásico goal. Everyone's voted for theirs. Let me know which one's yours.
My favourite goal isn't necessarily a hugely exciting goal. It was this one. I think it was the first goal in the 2-1 win in 2015. The reason I chose it is because we had the NYC Peña on today, and when I lived in New York, that was my first game with them, and I went to Smithfield, the bar that Mike was talking about, and watched this game with them. And it was an amazing feeling to meet other Barca fans from a completely different part of the world who sort of, embraced me, and it made me feel like I was kind of at home, and we had this sort of commonality, and I think that it really represented to me what football's about. So I always have a special memory of this goal. Not to mention the fact that it was a very important result in the treble-winning year. So.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Tom, for joining us.
I would love him to give us a prediction.
Before you leave, a prediction?
Before you leave.
As in 2015, after the 4 league wins that resulted in the 5-0 at the Bernabeu, or the 4-0, excuse me, I'm going to go for a 4-0.
4-0. Okay, 4-0. Nice. Bold prediction here from Robert, or as people are starting to call you in social media, Jordi Alba's brother.
Jordi Alba's brother.
Danish Jairam and Mr. Anonymous saying at the same time, we found Jordi Alba's brother.
I'm going to get my hair cut short like Jordi Alba, and then I'm going to come back on and dress like
Do you think so? I don't think you look like... Oh, in Napoli, we met a man who literally was Jordi Alba.
Oh.
We have a picture about it. I will show it on the match
Okay,
center.
We'll do it on Sunday. We'll do it on Sunday.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much for joining us. Georgina, we've got to do a final recap, and well,
this last 48 hours.
Last 48 hours, just over 48 hours. Just remind me, like you did at the beginning, what's happening in the next 48 hours.
Next 2 days, tomorrow, training session in the morning. After that, press conference. Both will be streamed live on our social media channels, so stay tuned and turn on your notifications as always. Then on Sunday, we're traveling to Madrid at 11 a.m. in the morning. Then the players are going to have lunch, some rest, and at 7:30 we'll arrive at the Bernabeu, all set and ready for the match. At 9 p.m. kickoff, 1 hour before, warm-up show live from Santiago Bernabeu, and after that, the match center with Robert.
Yeah, exactly. Follow us if you want to know what's going on in the game and you can't watch it, unfortunately. We'll be here on Barca's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all the social media outlets. We'll be here to let you know what's going on with our live show.
During the game, and after that, exclusive reactions from the players, as always in the post-game with Robert. You've got Setien's press conference, you've got the Mixed Zone, you've got all the reactions.
Everything, all the reactions.
Once the game is over, also switch to the match center.
Before we leave, Georgina, prediction, very quickly.
1-2.
1-2, 1-3. Okay. Oh, no, I can't do 1-3. I always go for clean sheets. 0-2, 0-2. I switch. Anyway, Georgina, it's been a pleasure. It's
good to be here.
It's been great to be here. A great show. Just over 48 hours for El Clásico. Guys, we're super excited. We can't wait for it to be Sunday. We've run out of time. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.